It's crazy to me that, as of yet, I have not touched the Houston Rockets since Kevin Durant has been traded to them. This team is very interesting and definitely a tier 1 team in the West next year. Obviously, adding Kevin Durant, trading away Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. We still have Armin Thompson on the team, Şengün, Tari Easton, Jabari Smith. Still have Fred VanVleet here on a lesser contract, which is probably much better for the team. Clint Capella got traded over here. He's going to be definitely an interesting piece on this team. Like him and Steven Adams between them are making quite a bit of money. They obviously did bring back Steven Adams. Finney Smith is a great underrated acquisition for this team. And yeah, they got Reed Shepherd still coming through. I think this team could be very good in the West next year, competing with the Mavs, OKC, Timberwolves, Nuggets should be back there. And yeah, it's going to be a very hard West to get out of next year. So Fred VanVleet and Reed Shepherd are going to be our point guard rotation next year. We need to sign a shooting guard, but Kevin Durant's going to be the small forward with Finney Smith off the bench. Tari Easton or Jabari Smith is going to start. We're going to figure that out as we go, I think. Might even move Kevin Durant to the power forward and kind of switch these two around. Might be a smart thing. And then Capella is going to back up Şengün. So we can definitely trade Adams at the deadline if we need to. But let's just sign a shooting guard here. There's not many, actually. There's not many options here at all. I guess give me Landry Shamet on a minimum. Since we traded Cam Whitmore. Cool. All right, let's quickly switch around. Let's make Kevin Durant a power forward, and then let's make Tari Easton the small forward. That should be much better for the team. And I think we're just gonna let it run for a year, and then depending on what Kevin Durant and everyone does, yeah, this team, look at the overalls. Hopefully it gels together. Like, I don't know, depending on what Kevin Durant does next year, we'll figure it out. But I'm hoping this team's the top 4 seed next year. And like we have still a lot of draft capital moving forward for some of these other teams. So yeah, the Houston Rockets are in a very good position. Well, 2K hates this team and hates this team a lot because we are the 14th seed in the West, which is crazy. I don't think Kevin Durant will stick around if this is actually the case. But yeah, they're the numbers. I think we need a better point guard for sure. Rebounds, assists. Yeah, I'm thinking we'd maybe try and find a point guard trade. Like if we do, I don't really know what we're gonna get. If we get maybe VanVleet and like Steven Adams isn't even playing for us right now. Does this get us any sort of point guard at all? It really doesn't. It really doesn't at all, which is crazy. Okay, do we have our own pick this year? That's the question. We don't. Who owns our pick? OKC. Let's swap best with OKC. Okay. Okay. Are OKC going to want to keep that, I guess? It's 3.5 star value right now. Is there a way that we can maybe try and get it somehow? Like trade some future picks or something that we have accumulated? Like would this get it done? They're thinking about it. They want Clint Capella. They'll give us Isaiah Joe. How about instead of that, we'll give you Steven Adams instead. We'll send Steven Adams back your way. And we'll throw in a couple of seconds too, just for our pick back this year, since we're not going to make it. Let's see if they'll do that. They want Tari Easton for Aaron Wiggins. I don't want to do that. All right. I'll just give you 3 seconds to get this done. They say no. Okay. So instead of Steven Adams, they want a Clint Capella. Clint Capella is still pretty good, which is kind of a shame. Do you have a point guard? I think your point guards are worth a little bit. Yeah, AJ Mitchell's worth too much. Okay, let's try and do this again. What if we just did straight up a bunch of seconds for this pick? Would that get it done? No. I'll throw in another one. No. Okay. This is rough. Do we just do 3 seconds then? See, next year we have good draft capital. I do 2029 as well. 3 first-round picks just for our pick back this year. They're not gonna say yes. Bro, this is insane. I'll go 2 seconds as well. 3 seconds for our... Okay. Okay, well... I don't know what we do. I don't know what we do. Okay, since we're bad anyway, I'm going to do this trade. We're going to take on Isaiah Joe's 2 years, and we're going to give up Clint Capella. He's a good rebounder and all, but we still have Steven Adams sitting there. I just want our pick back this year. So we'll actually pop this trade. And then I'm going to look for a new point guard. I don't know where we're really going to find a good point guard, but we need to find something. And we need to find something fast, because we're going to need to pay a lot of players this offseason. And, like... we need to get rid of Fred VanVleet because he's regressing like crazy. Davion Mitchell could be cool for this team. I'm not sure if they can afford like a Fred VanVleet trade. If we go VanVleet, they're $10 million over. So who else do they have here? I don't want any of these guys really. I guess we could take on Razier's contract because he'll be gone at the end of the year, which might not be too bad. So who can we give back in this situation then? Do we trade Finney Smith? Do we do something like this? They want a first, but nah, we're not giving up a first. Here's where we'll throw the 2 seconds in and see if they'll agree to that. They want Landry Shamet and they'll give us Pelle Larson. Sure, done. Okay, cool. So we've completely changed this team. We've gone crazy with this one. So a defensive backcourt here: Davion Mitchell, Armin Thompson, Katie, Jabari Smith, Şengün, Tari Easton, Isaiah Joe, Holiday, Shepard, and Pelle Larson. Yeah, that's gonna be our rotation. We'll give Pelle Larson some minutes. I'm not gonna give Holiday any minutes. I'm gonna give 12 to Adams, and then we'll give 10 to Pelle Larson. Reach Shepard, I want to get some more minutes since we're not making the playoffs this year. We may as well play the kid a little bit more. So we'll go 22 to Easton. We'll go 18 to Shepard, 16 to Joe, and then we'll go 34. We'll go 30, 34, and then we'll go 29. Okay, whatever. I don't know why 2K doesn't like this team, but see you guys at the end of the year. Okay, so we finish up as the 11 seed for whatever reason. Shea User MVP, Rookie League goes to Cooper Flag, Tyler Hero 6th player, Depoy goes to Wemby, Nova's Kid and most improved, Clutch player goes to Jalen Brunson, Chris Finch is your coach of the year. So I don't think we're going to see any Rockets on any of these teams, unfortunately. We do see Armin Thompson here actually, so that's pretty good to see. And that's pretty much it. So we didn't make the playoffs at all, which is nuts. I don't know how a team with Kevin Durant and everyone else doesn't make the playoffs. But yeah, here are the player stats. They're your rebounds, they're your assists. So we've got some interesting decisions to make, that's for sure. Like this offseason is going to be interesting. So it's the Clippers versus the Knicks, and the Clippers get it done in 6. Okay, James Harden is your finals MVP. Crazy stuff. So Al Horford calls it quits. Chris Paul, Brook Lopez, Batum, lots of good. Jeff Green calls it quits. Russ calls it quits on the Blazers. Drew Holiday. We'll make them sit through that a little bit longer. Okay, so moving down to the draft lottery. So we do earn our pick this year, which obviously we traded for. It's there at 10, so I wouldn't mind if it goes up, and we go up to 3. Okay, that is crazy luck. I actually lost where we were there for a second. Okay, cool. So star signing, we'll keep Ime Udoka around. And I'm hoping it's just the fact that like Kevin Durant might have been a bit older, but let's just see how this falls. So AJ Demasso goes number 1. Darren Peterson goes number 2. Okay, so Cameron Boozer falls to us here at the power forward spot. I do like that a lot. Adds a bit more defensive nature to our game. So we had Cameron Boozer, which is great. Team player options, everyone here has been brought back. Qualifying offers, Tari Easton we need to pay. And obviously Kevin Durant we need to pay as well. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. So Kevin Durant, let's give him a 2-year deal worth, let's just overpay a little bit. $55 million. We'll go team option just in case we want to decline. And hopefully he stays with us. Okay, he agrees. Cool. So Terry Rozier, we're going to say goodbye to. Aaron Holiday we're going to say goodbye to as well, and Jayshawn Tate. So make sure we sign that. Cool. And then Tari Easton wants about $25 million. Okay, so next year this team is going to be very different. So we're going to have Jabari Smith as the 6-man. Cameron Boozer is going to start out the blocks. Hopefully Reed Shepard takes a bit more progression. So shooting guard Isaiah Joe and Armand Thompson. I actually don't hate that. And then I think we just need like a good backup center, which there isn't too many here to choose from. Okay, let's just bring back Tari Eason. Let's go a couple days in, at least. Let's go to like at least day 8 or 9. Oh, Tari Eason, okay, offered from the Wizards. 3 years, $72 million. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be worse. So we'll sign that. Bring back Tari Eason. So then it's going to be Davion Mitchell, Reed Shepard, Armand Thompson, Isaiah Joe, Kevin Durant, and Tari Eason. We'll flip Tari Eason back to the small forward, and then let's look for a center. I had all the options, but we couldn't get anyone. So let's sign Thomas Bryant to a 2-year team option. Let's sign him to a bit of money. Got a trade exception there too, but Thomas Bryant, welcome. Okay. We made some trades. We made some moves. We drafted well. And yeah, I'm hoping we can win a championship with Kevin Durant on this team, because I don't know how long we have till he retires. We snuck into the playoffs just. I don't know what's going wrong with this team, honestly. Jokic MVP, Rookie of the Year goes to AJ DeBanter. Darren Fox, 6th player. Depoy Wemby. Devin Carter, most improved. And clutch player goes to Cam Thomas. Coach of the Year, Jason Kidd. So, any Rockets? We do get Alfred Şengün here on NBA 3rd team, which is nice to see. Armand Thompson on defensive team. And Cameron Boozer, 2nd Darren Rookie of the Year. So, we're going to draw the Lakers first up. So, let's have a look and see, out of curiosity. So, our points per game, we're 7th-ish. And then our defense is around 7-ish too. So, we've got like an okay point differential. There's no like nothing that screams fixing. Like, we're just mediocre at best. KD really regressed this year, so I don't know, maybe he retires at the end of the year and we have to try and do something different. So can Şengün maybe play the power forward? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. So let's see if we can get past the Lakers here. Let's just do what 2K recommends, and then we'll simcast and see. And if 2K let us down, then 2K let us down. We have another draft pick this year, which we might trade, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to win with Kevin Durant, but it looks like we're going to get blown out by the Lakers big time. 11 points, not big time, but 11 points is rough. So yeah, we're eliminated. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Who came in clutch? Şengün, Kevin Durant. I mean, everyone was pretty good. Armand Thompson wasn't very good, but he's not in the team for scoring. So Tari Easton was pretty bad. So maybe he's someone that we can move. We did lock away Armand Thompson for 4-year extension as well. So Trae Young versus Wemby, and okay, Trae Young wins a final. That's crazy. Player retirements. Quite a few retirees here. I think Dame would stick around for a little bit longer. Steven Adams is call it time. Loud. Okay, yeah, so let's just skip to the draft lottery and let's see kind of where this pick is gonna lie. So I think is a swap best, so we should have pick 14 there. Does it convey though? So we end up with pick 14, yep, and that's it. That's all the picks we own, and 27. So not too bad, not too bad. So let's keep Ime Udoka around. Enter the draft. Let's get ourselves some young rookies that we can potentially play next year, just to kind of back up some of our players that we have. So Vasa Diop is here. I don't think we need a center. So let's take Abraham here. We take him quite a bit, but he seems to be a decent player. And then let's take Elston Harrington. Yeah, let's take Elston Harrington here. He's quite a tall point guard, so out of Harvard. So Double M goes first. Tyron Stokes, yeah, interesting stuff. rookie signing. We'll make sure we sign both of them. Team player options. Let's just bring back everyone because we can potentially make a trade. I do want to win with Kevin Durant still. So Pelly Larson and Davion Mitchell are free agents because obviously we signed our guy, Armin Thompson. So let's do like a 2-year, just a team option for Davion Mitchell, and he agrees. Pelly Larson will renounce the rights on everyone else there. We're going to renounce the rights on too. So let's just clear this out like so. Okay, so now I'm going to look to make a trade for sure. I don't know what position we really need to upgrade since we've got Boozer that's going to come through in the power forward spot. So maybe we just use Tari Eason to fix some depth maybe. Like he's an okay player and all, but I feel like with Kevin Durant here, we can definitely do something. Okay, so we're going after our hunt for a better backup center while Abraham kind of develops, and we're going after Najee Marshall as well. So Tari Eason, Thomas Bryant, is this going to get it close? It's not going to get it close. Is there anyone we want to move right now that we can possibly throw in this trade without giving up too much draft capital? Like I'll throw in the seconds that we have because I never really draft with seconds. Does that get anywhere close? Okay, and we'll throw in this Elston Harrington guy as well while we're here because he might be some value. And they say no. Okay, so they think they're a contender. Okay, so that's going to be difficult if everyone thinks they're contenders. Okay, so we can try and get Kamara off the bench. He's much cheaper than what Tari Eason is, which could be kind of good for us. So if we did do Kamara and we did do Rob Will, Tari Eason, Thomas Bryant, a couple and a second with Elston Harrington, does that get it done? I don't know if that would get it done. Okay, they agree. Cool. All right, we make some serious upgrades here. So Robert Williams is in the team. He is an upgrade over Thomas Bryant. And then we also have Kamara now, who's not really an upgrade over Easton, but he is a bit cheaper. So Isaiah Joe, backup shooting guard, don't hate that. Reed Shepherd should develop, hopefully. And then, yeah, Cameron Boozer should play over Jabari next year. So, yeah, I think that's all we're really going to do. It's all we can really afford to do, which is kind of unfortunate. Could we bring in like Trenton Watford on a 2-year deal? We'll pay him a little bit extra. Team option. It could be a trade piece next year. We have that trade exception as well, but yeah, I think we're just gonna play with what we have at the moment. So, yeah, no one here really jumps out at me. Like we can always just sign like can't sign Darren Fox. The point guard position is something that intrigues me the most because if Reed Shepherd doesn't take a big jump forward, we have to pay him next year, and that's going to be interesting. But I don't think like could Reed Shepherd and like Isaiah Joe, about $20 million. That doesn't really get us like a superstar. I guess like could we afford Maxi? We're $18 million away from Maxi. Okay, so we can get like around $30 million, but there's no one really that is around that much money that I would really want to trade for. Like Keontae George, he develops okay, but is he that starting caliber? I don't know. What's he averaging in assists? It's not too bad. I don't know if I'd trade Reed Shepherd for him though. Like Suggs is also really good, but again, I don't know if I would trade what we have for that. DeJounte Murray is another one that's interesting. We're not going to get Cade. We're not going to get Quickly. We're not going to get any of these guys really, which is unfortunate. Okay, who was I thinking about? Was it Keontae George? I don't think we can get there with Keontae George. We might be able to. We have like I'll throw in like a first round pick. I know we just did a Utah. Yeah, okay. We're not going to get Keontae George. I think that's fine. Let's just go into player progression. This might be KD's last year, and then we're going to have to reshuffle all over again. So hopefully we lock in. Man. KD's down to a 90 overall, but Armin Thompson, Şengün are up, and everyone else is pretty much going up too. So fingers crossed this year is better than last year and we advance further than just the play-in. 44 and 38, which is better than last year. Jokic on the Bulls is your MVP. Rookie of the year goes to Tomislav Ivicic, sure. Sixth player of the year goes to Cameron Boozer. There we go. Wemby, Deep Boy, most improved Colin Murray Boyles. Steph Curry, clutch player. Coach of the year, Jason Kidd. So any Rockets we get? Ahmed Thompson here on defensive, on all NBA second team actually. He's taken a real offensive leap, which is crazy to see. Then no one else. So I mean, he's pretty close to MVP caliber if he's on defensive team too. All right, so we end up as the 7th. Okay, right, 7th seed. Crazy. So points per game, we're actually 5th, which isn't too bad, and we're 7th in. Okay, so we've got a 2.5 point differential, which is okay. Our defense could be a little bit better. I'm just gonna drop this to a 9-man rotation. Who misses out then? Isaiah Joe. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if we can get past the Suns. Who obviously we got KD from, and they might have Jalen Green still. Not too sure. Can we just win this, please? I don't really want to lose. Okay, cool. So box score. Did they have? They have Booker. They do have Green. Okay, cool. All right, so we are here. And we beat the Kings. I did not mean to simulate that. No, that's not us. We're playing the Spurs. Okay, so game 1 against the Spurs, we lose. Game 2 against the Spurs, we lose. Okay, yeah, this West is just insane to get out of. Game 3, we lose, and game 4, we lose. Okay. Well, that's so fun. This is crazy fun. Cooper Flag coming up against Jokic, and Cooper Flag wins all. Cool. Finals MVP. All right, player retirements. There's Kate. I did not give KD a retirement tour. What? Bro. Okay, well, KD's gone. Are you kidding? I didn't even give him a retirement tour unless I accidentally pressed it and skipped past it. So, wow. All right. We don't own a pick this year. It doesn't look like. Unless we are, and I'm just missing it. 21 there actually. We are. So staff signing. Maybe Ime Udoka is not the coach for us. So let's try and get Jason Kidd. We've got a lot of money. Let's try and get Jason Kidd. Let's try and get Tyronn Lue. Let's try and get. I guess we could try and get Eric Spoelstra. Let's try and get Greg Popovich too. Let's try and get Steve Kerr. And okay, I guess we can get Ime if things go wrong. So we get Jason Kidd. Okay, we get Jason Kidd. I'm happy we're getting Jason Kidd. He won Coach of the Year last year, so that's fantastic. So Kevin Durant is no longer here in Houston. He's retired. So that's something we need to think about now too. Let's take. He's a small power forward. It's an okay power forward. None of these guys really jumping out at me. This guy seems okay. Kevin Garnett Hall of Fame. Why does no one taking him? He's a 6'5" power forward. That's why. Tony Allen starter. I guess we can swap this guy's position around, but let's take him. Sure. Out of Alabama. Cool. Rookie signing. We'll sign the Rook. We'll bring back both of these guys for sure because we need all the depth that we can get right now. We'll give the Richard Armstrong qualifying offer, and we need to pay Reed Shepherd, but do we have money for anyone? It doesn't look like it. Damn. Okay, who are the free agents right now? And who have we got under contract? So we've got a pretty locked up core, really. Is Jabari Smith really going to be that guy now that we've got Cameron Boozer coming through? Because we could definitely move Jabari Smith for a new small forward. We can get Maxey by trading Jabari Smith. Maxey would be insane on this team. DeAndre Hunter. This Toru Yabusele guy. Jakob Jonas is very good too. Conrad Knappel. Walker Kessler. Okay. Yeah, Walker Kessler would be awesome actually. Not even kidding. Walker Kessler would be so good. Suggs, Gafford. We can get Gafford and Marshall now. We can get the two guys we tried to get last year. Caleb Wilson, who could be good as a power forward, a small forward, sorry, Isaiah Evans, Fears, Branham, Man, wait, what? Okay, we have to trade Cameron Bruiser as well. Okay. No, that's not happening. Like getting Jalen Williams would be kind of fun, actually. Could we try and do this? Could we try and pull off this trade without giving up Boozer? Um, who else could we throw in this trade? Davion Mitchell's he's kind of cool and all. We'll throw in Davion Mitchell. We'll throw in Trendon Wofford. We'll throw in this new guy. Does that get us Jalen Williams? It doesn't. What if we throw in like a pick and the Jazz pick? It doesn't. Okay. What if we just like got our whole team and we throw in Robert Williams as well? Okay, they can't afford Robert Williams as well, which sucks. Like what if we keep Trendon Wofford? No, they can't do that. Okay, that sucks. I guess we can try and trade Jabari Smith and look for another player at the small forward spot. Okay, how about we get the Thompson twins on our team? Jabari Smith for Asar Thompson. Is that something we can do? We're not interested. I got a couple of seconds that might interest you. Okay, we bring the Thompson twins together. So we need to pay Reed Shepherd, obviously. We need a backup shooting guard. But this team is looking good. I'm going to look if we can actually move this dude's position. Because he could be decent on the team if... okay, he goes down. Okay, that is kind of unfortunate. Let's just see if we can maybe trade him for something. Rob Webb. Can we get something for him? We can get some centers. We can get Chris Murray. Chris Murray is not too bad as a backup. Grant Williams. The Heat will give us some picks. Trace Jackson Davis, PJ Washington. PJ's not too bad, but I don't want to give up any firsts or anything. Pistons will give us some picks. Suns will give us some picks. Wizards will give us some picks. Okay, let's just take these Suns picks. Sure. I didn't want to play that dude anyway. So I guess let's bring back Reed Shepherd, who only wants around $80 million a year. So that works for me. And I guess we can bring... Did we have bird rights on? We did have bird rights on Isaiah Joe. So we'll sign Isaiah Joe back too. And we'll make sure we get both those dudes. Okay, cool. So I don't know if it got better. I don't know if it got better or worse. I kind of like this team. We added, obviously, the Thompson twin, Asar Thompson to Armand Thompson. And Cameron Boozer development should be good. But the point guard spot is something that I'm not too keen with. But I guess we'll see how things go. So Robert Williams goes down 1 overall. But yeah, this team, the core of this team is good. And we don't have Kevin Durant anymore. So can we win it all this year? So Wemby wins MVP. Delano Cousins is your Rookie of the Year. Zion on the Mavs is your 6th player. Depoy goes to Wemby. Tyron Stokes, most improved and clutch player. Luka. Chris Finch is your Coach of the Year. So do we get any Rockets? We get Cameron Boozer here, which is nice to see. Armand Thompson. No, Asar Thompson. Okay, cool. Crazy. We are the 3 seed, so a bit better than last year, which is lovely. So points per game, Şengün and Boozer were really good. Rebounds, assists. Yeah, this team is interesting. So we draw the OKC Thunder right now, who have Malik Monk as their shooting guard, and Colin Murray Boyle's in there too. So interesting stuff. Let's see. Can we get through this game? I'm not sure. I'm kind of nervous. Up 2-0. Up 3-0 and up 3-1 and up. Okay, we win in 5. Cool. So now we draw the Clippers, who have Sasser, Strother, Leonard, Collins. They have still Brad Beal. So interesting. I do need to do my rebuild of the Clippers, which is going to be really interesting to see how we actually go with that. So let's drop it to a 9-man rotation. Whoa. Did we even reset that? Did we? We didn't. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Game 3. Okay. The Clippers apparently are just that good. I don't know. Don't know why. Sure. Sure. They have a really old roster, and we couldn't win with Kevin Durant, which is insane. So it's back and forth, but we do manage to win here. Force a game 6. So let's see what they want to do. I do think this point guard situation is probably an issue for us. I do think we need to improve that this offseason if we can. If there is another offseason, I don't know. So we end up forcing a game 7 here, which is lovely to see. We then have to take on the Mavs, or the Clippers have to take on the Mavs. Whoever gets through. basically takes on the Mavs. So, I mean, we do have Jason Kidd on our team now, which is interesting. And it's a bit of a back and forth one here, but we do come back from 3-0 down. So, let's see. Who do the Mavs have? Tyrus Jones, Whitmore. They have Whitmore. Okay, an old friend. And Zion off the bench. I don't know how they're affording all that, but like, sure. So it's 1-1. Let me just reset real quick. 1-1. We go up 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? It's 2-2. Okay, let's reset. Let's see what happens. We go up 3-2. And okay, it's going to a game 7, guys. We're going to a game 7 against the Mavs. Okay, let's see. I don't think Cam Whitmore would be. This would be a revenge series. I don't think so. Because we kind of traded him to a team he wanted to go to. But it looks like we are going to win. We are going to win in 7. Cameron Boozer coming up against Kalel Ware. So the Heat are here. Hero, Powell, Koapi, Bam, Kalel Ware, Yakushonis. Interesting team. Very interesting team. Let's just reset this. Let's see what happens. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. We sweep. Okay. Cameron Boozer is finals MVP. So, I mean, we got there in the end, but yeah, we had to make a few trades, make a few adjustments, and we didn't win with Kevin Durant, which is what I kind of wanted to do, but 2K seemed to not like that. But we assembled a pretty interesting team, a lot of names that I've never really traded for, and we assembled the Thompson twins, which is crazy to see, and we won with quite a few current Rockets, which is a success, I think. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate the love and support, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.